Good morning. As you all know, this past Tuesday, we had an incident on our southwest side where an individual was involved in a domestic violence situation that ultimately ended up in one of our deputies being ambushed and shot. That individual, Mr. Altamirano, as of this morning, was taken into custody by the Tucson Police Department. I owe a great deal of thank you to, one, you all for staying on this and keeping our community alert. And really, since then, we have been inundated with calls throughout every day. This entire weekend, we've been working pretty hard because of the leads that you have generated for us in capturing Mr. Altamirano. He was not just a dangerous individual, he was quite desperate. He is right now in TPD's custody. They will be booking him into our jail here sometime today. Last night's events were, I don't have all the details on it, but I'll be brief. At about 2:30 in the morning, one of our deputies was flagged down in the area of Irvington and Midvale Park area. He was told that Mr. Altamirano was in the area and was armed. We immediately saturated that area. You know, again, I have to really stress to you the great effort we got from all of our regional partners on this matter. The Tucson Police Department, their Bravo units, their TPD teams, their SWAT team, the U.S. Marshal Service, all of them, the entire weekend long, in and out, as we were chasing down leads. Last night was no different. In fact, I think it was around 6 this morning when we finally ultimately located him in the Santa Cruz Wash area, right there in the Midvale Park, Irvington area. We captured him without incident. TPD's, like I say, I cannot thank them enough. Chief Kazmar, his team, has been with us on this nonstop, and I owe a great deal of gratitude to them. This community doesn't realize just how safe they are because we are stronger together. And that is really the case here. With all of our local law enforcement support, everybody working together, I don't think in my 40, 50-year career I've seen this kind of cooperation with law enforcement. And it's really something to admire and something to be thankful for. So with that, I'll entertain any questions, but I did want to make sure that we thanked our community for staying alert. This guy was, as it'll unfold in the days ahead, he was a danger, and a real danger, going door to door into people's homes, different things of that nature. And so we're very grateful.
You mentioned just, the community's involvement, talking about tips and everything. Was it just, a regular civilian that had notified you guys early this morning, or was it a police officer that
No, this came from someone who knew Mr. Altamirano, and they disclosed to us.
So what are the charges that you think
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of charges because of what he's done since the time of, but number one, attempted murder. That will be the number one charge. There's warrants outstanding for those charges, domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and they just kept, there's going to be a lot to review with the county attorney's office on this matter, so this week we'll be doing that. So if I'm going to update you on a couple of other cases that we spoke about before then. First of all, on Miss Moreno, our domestic violence victim, who recently they took off life support, and she has now passed. We have an issuing appointment with the county attorney to address further charges come Tuesday. Hopefully by Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, we'll have a better feel for what those charges are, but we are going to pursue the highest charges we can in that case. Mr. Peru and the little 4-year-old Tammy Hernandez, we are still asking for the public's help on that one, just like they did here. We know that he is out there. We know he's hiding. We know that there's friends and family who are helping him in that regard, and we ask that they really think twice about that and that they contact us. Let's get some resolution here. Let's get some justice for the little 4-year-old. So again, thank you for those efforts in trying to get the community to recognize we need their help.
So in the case of Gabriel Altamirano, last Wednesday when the family kind of held their media briefing, they said that they got a tip that the suspect, the boyfriend, had fled the United States and he's on his way to Mexico.
We do not know that, nor do we. I don't have any comment to that end. I just know that on Tuesday we will be meeting with the county attorneys. He was given a bond. I know there's a lot of issues with that. He is out on that bond. Whether he's violated that, I don't know. I hope that's not the case. But come Tuesday, based on what we learned from the county attorney's office, we'll either have an arrest warrant for him or the charges will proceed through the courts.
What charges do the sheriff?
As high up as a homicide, as a murder, if we believe that's the case. We will present all the evidence we have, to include the medical examiner's reports are key, right? We know that the medical examiner's office has taken a look at Zariah and all of her injuries, and we'll see what they can conclude from that. We'll take that to the county attorney's office, and I'm sure our goal will be to get the highest charges possible.
Can you speak to the kind of injuries that information that come from the autopsy report?
You know, I really shouldn't, because they are medical reports, and I'd be really out of place, and it really wouldn't be appropriate for me to do so.
Going back to this, what we came here for, the deputy, your deputy that was, shot.
Augustine?
I know that he's been released from the hospital.
He's-
Is there any update on how he's doing?
He's doing well. He's recovering. I know last week he was in a little bit of pain, as to be expected, but he's doing well. Yeah, he's doing fine. In fact, I know we've notified him and the victim in the domestic violence. We've made notification to them that Mr. Altamirano is in custody.
So in the Altamirano case, I spoke to the initial domestic violence call, I spoke to the victim's sister, who kind of gave me a little bit of information, and she said that Altamirano has been convicted before, and I checked court records, and he has been convicted before for drug charges, and she said that he might have been under the influence of drugs on that day when the domestic violence situation was happening. Can you confirm that? Do you have anything to say?
No, I don't. I mean, it certainly wouldn't surprise me, but I've got no evidence to show that. All right. Well, thank you all very much.